What is the story behind the Queen of Sheba? What is the truth behind her visit to the great King Solomon? The Ark of the Covenant and the Kebron of Gas. Prepare for an intriguing look at the true history of the Kingdom of Aksum, Lalibela, and the Ark of the Covenant. Join us on the afternoon of Sunday, the 24th day of March, 3 p.m. Eastern Caribbean Time, for the very timely lecture entitled Sheba, Aksum, and the Ark. Admission to this lecture only $20. $15 before the 13th of March. To register and get your online ticket, visit the website priestisaacinstitute.com or email us priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Be there.
Thank you, Baba. It's a blessings having you inside here, just for the educational purpose. A breath of fresh air.
Yes,
as
my
I always say.
I appreciate
Keep
it.
doing the good things that you're doing.
Give thanks.
Hey, we got more coming up right here in Antigua, Barbados today. Yeah, we can take one wet foot, which would like a bit.
Oh, no. Hey, family, give thanks. This is the Tiger's Nest. I must say, hey, listen, after that, it sounds like the Tiger's Nest is over for this evening. Wow, I full enjoy that. I'm telling you, I full enjoy that. That was so nice, eh? Give thanks again, Brother Steve Freeland, and give thanks to Honorable Priest Isaac. That was a beautiful interview. For those of you who are just coming in, that was a wonderful sit down. As I said, you could visit the website priestisaacinstitute.com. Well, that's the website you are on. And we will be making that whole interview available so you could watch it. Beautiful, beautiful interview. Now, of course, time is on us. What we definitely will be going into this evening as the subject for the evening, that wasn't really the subject, but that was beautiful. We're going to be talking about the Queen of Sheba Palace. Now, why am I bringing up the Queen of Sheba and the Queen of Sheba Palace? Now, first of all, how many of us have heard about the Queen of Sheba Palace? Now, do you know where the Queen of Sheba's palace is? Now, first of all, she's a queen. So, and a great queen, if you want to say a legendary queen. But in reality, if the Queen of Sheba is who we know her to be, more than likely she would have had more than one palace. What say you? I think, kings don't just have a palace. Kings usually have a few palaces. Even the emperor had several palaces. But there is a palace, or the ruins of a palace, not too far from ancient Aksum, in a place known as Dungur, which is known as the Palace of Dungur. And of course, the Ethiopians refer to this palace at Dungur as the palace of the Queen of Sheba. Now, we'll be getting into that. Remember, we have a lecture coming up on the 24th day of March, Sheba, Aksum, and the Ark. And as I would have promised to you, this is going to be an intense, scholarly, in-depth lecture. I would have promised you that I'll be putting in all my efforts and resources into the research and into the presentation. I want you to understand what I'm saying here. So you're getting the full university professor-like presentation on the 24th day of March. So don't come just to say, yeah, that was a nice lecture. You're supposed to leave that lecture and wonder if you have a PhD. Yeah, I'm serious. Sheba, Aksum, and the Ark. Now this is, I'm telling you, my royal family. Now, also, what we're going to touch upon, even tonight, even this evening, we're going to talk about the Queen of Sheba Palace that is situated in the United Arab Emirates. Huh? The UAE, yes, the United Arab Emirates. Now, in the same way, and mystically, the area is known as Ras. Here, listen, man. Ras as R-A-S, Ras. Ras Al Khaimah. And of course, I know some Islamic scholars may say, well, the pronunciation is a bit different, but doing the best I can with the language. Yes. But Ras, that is why there are several stars that have the name Ras, you know. And because remember that the Islamic tradition was very deep in astronomy. In fact, some of the stars are Islamic in name, you know. The constellations and the planets, most of them are Greek and Roman in name, if you understand where we are, at least from what we know them as today. And I should say the stars are Arabic in name, not necessarily Islamic, Arabic. And a few of them may carry the English version of themselves, like moon and sun. Now, so there is another side. That's my point here. These are archaeological sites that we are speaking of, you know. These are archaeological sites that are considered ancient sites. So in Ethiopia, in Dungur, this castle or this palace, the ruins of it is said to be dated back going into the 6th century AD. Now, the 6th century AD is quite a distance away from the reality of the time frame, at least from what we are expected to believe, of the Queen of Sheba, Queen Makeda, as they refer to her as Makeda, but we understand Makeda is like Mary, eh? It's not necessarily the name of a person, but it is a royal title. That's why in the Bible you have so many Marys. But anyway, let's not get ahead of ourselves here. You see how deep the conversation can get? I want to get into the archaeological aspect of this discussion tonight. So I have a few articles that I want to read. Yeah, we're going to get scholarly here. We got to sit down and, you know, get your pen and your pad. You know, this is class now. And we have some audio that I want to play. In fact, we're going to begin, not play, present. So we didn't come here to play. I actually want to begin with the audio aspect of this evening's presentation. And this is a few excerpts that I'll be taking from one of the episodes in the series that was done by the BBC as it relates to Africa, the study on Africa, history of Africa with Zainab Bedawi. Many of you would have seen the series of videos, or at least some of the documentaries or episodes, pardon me, within the documentary series. This one is entitled The Rise of Aksum, and I will be again presenting the audio from this video around 17 minutes into the video, and I will be giving you some excerpts from it, and we will be reasoning on it, and then we will go into some other information. And all we are talking about is the palace of the Queen of Sheba. So there's a palace of the Queen of Sheba, again, in Dungur, in ancient Ethiopia, around the Aksumite Empire. But again, this is considered to be dated around 700 AD, 6th century AD, same thing. But the Queen of Sheba time, King Solomon time, is 900 BCE. So you can see there's a gulf of time there. But many individuals that would have visited Ethiopia, especially, you must understand this is a different and a mystic time. And yes, Ethiopia itself, a lot of ancient traditions. For example, Lalibela. This is why ones are now questioning, well, if one king could have done all of that, because archaeology says, listen good, because archaeology says that these temples, churches, fortresses were built over a period of 300 to 400 years, not in 24 days or 24 months or whatever it is that the legend would have said, you know. So it's the same thing with this, because the guides that assist you at Dungur, they will tell you this is the palace of Makeda, the Queen of Sheba, who visited King Solomon and had a son with King Solomon and returned with the baby boy, and who came back with the Ark of the Covenant and the full works, and you know the story. And this is her palace. But then again, archaeology, and most archaeologists would tell you, well, listen, brother, this is dated like almost 1,400 years away from her. You know, so tell me what you're really saying here. So this is a deep discussion, and this is why what I'm doing here tonight, you know, is just prepping us for the 24th of March. That's going to be that's going to be almost like, although it's not a debate with anybody, but it's it's going to be like the rumble in the jungle when Muhammad Ali had to take on George Foreman. Yeah, because I mean, truth have to come and crush the lie. So that is exactly what is taking place. That's beautiful. Family, we're going to go straight into the program, and I'm going to start with the audio of, let me see, The Rise of Aksum. Yes, History of Africa. Let's listen to this.
What is the story behind the Queen of Sheba? What is the truth behind her visit to the great King Solomon? The Ark of the Covenant and the Kebron of Gas. Prepare for an intriguing look at the true history of the Kingdom of Aksum, Lalibela, and the Ark of the Covenant. Join us on the afternoon of Sunday, the 24th day of March, 3 p.m. Eastern Caribbean Time, for the very timely lecture entitled Sheba, Aksum, and the Ark. Admission to this lecture only $20. $15 before the 13th of March. To register and get your online ticket, visit the website priestisaacinstitute.com or email us priestisaacinstitute@gmail.com. Be there.